Hey, future me here. Before we get started on this video, I want to say that this is a long video, as you can tell by the minutes, but this is also an unedited version. In my members section, I'm going to, well, it's still going to be unedited, but in my member section, I'm going to add clips, B-roll, pictures, images, videos, all types of stuff that I am not going to show publicly for the sake of time, because I want to get this video out like now. And also because, some of that stuff is a little bit more personal. Nothing raunchy or nothing that won't pass any guidelines, but just to protect the safety of some of the people that I do know in the pictures and in the videos. I'm going to put it in the member section. So if you're watching this now and you want to watch it with the images and the pictures and the girls and the times and stuff like that, that's going to be in the member section, and it's probably going to come out on Monday, which is the 4th. I believe that's the 4th. Yeah, it's the 4th. So if you want to watch it now and you want to double watch it with all of the content included in the member section, thank you. But I want to get this video out ASAP. And also at the end, there's going to be a bit that I forgot. You'll notice once you get there, I do remember what it is that I wanted to talk about, and it's definitely going to require another video. A lot of it will require more videos. But you guys' engagement, involvement, and contributions to the comment section, the like and the subscriptions, all of that is going to help in aiding future videos. I am going to need your comments in the comment section just to see how I'm going to be doing these videos going forward. So, all right, I think I'm done here. Let's get to the video. I've been to Cartagena a couple of times. Man, listen, let me tell you how you're going to prepare yourself to go out there. Lately, I've become very interested in travel abroad, that is. And I gotta say, it's definitely life-changing. I've had a friend of mine that's been telling me for decades, T, get your passport, let's get out of here, let's go. And he's been traveling and trying to convince me for the longest to do it. And I've finally done it, and I've done it alone. I will say, it's not the smartest thing to go on these trips alone, but it is possible. Now, for anybody that may be going out to Cartagena, Colombia, and I do have a friend that's going to be going out there very soon, so I wanted to make sure that I drop this video with urgency. I want to just give you some preparation on what you can do and how you can handle this trip once you get out there. Not the preparation about getting out there and finding where you got to go. If you already know where you're going to go, as far as where you're staying, other people that may be with you, then you are fine. This video is more so about what to do when you're there and how to make sure you survive. So the first thing that I want to talk about is safety. Out there, they have a drug called Scopolamine. Well, before we even go into Scopolamine, let me give you a little bit of the underbelly of what's some of the things that go on in Colombia. But first, let me say Cartagena is safe in the daytime. In the daytime, you are probably 90% safe, close to 100% safe if you stay in the tourist zones. Once you go into the barrios, you're on your own. There's nothing I can do to help you as far as information. I stay my behind away from there. But in the Reloj, the Clock Tower, Boca Grande, El Guido, places like that, all of the tourist areas, you're safe. You're going to see cops way more than you see in your own cities and town here in America. I can promise you that. They're everywhere. And for some reason, they seem to be women, younger women. These cops are gorgeous. But these cops are like 23 to 26-year-old women. I'm like, well, I want to say it's 50-50, but I think that I see more female cops than male cops. I don't know how they pull this off. And like, they all seem to be wearing pants that's like tight in the ass. Now, that might be cops everywhere, but like there, they kind of bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie. I don't got a lie in my blood to tell you about it. So you are going to be safe in the daytime. Nighttime, it's not much different. Cops are everywhere, but what you do at night is going to determine your safety, so keep that in mind. Underbelly, let me say this, and this is more so about Medellin than Cartagena, because Cartagena's gotten a lot more safe with it, but it does still exist. There are criminal gangs that are in a lot of Colombia. They're in Medellin, they're in Cartagena, they're in not Boca Grande. Boca Grande is just a part of Cartagena. They're in Bogota, they're in Cali, Bucaramanga. I think I'm saying that right. I'm probably not. They're in these places, right? And what they do is their sole purpose is to rob you. That's their sole purpose. And how they go about it is pretty strategical. It's pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie to you. Colombia is full of beautiful women. I mean, top of the line, gorgeous women. And they're in shape. Oh my God, they're in shape. And I want to say it's per capita, whereas over here in America, skewed the other way per capita. Over there, it's like opening up a magazine and just flipping through the pages, and you're just like, God damn, this magazine is fire. And then in Colombia, you go and it's like, is this real? It's like they're everywhere. They're everywhere. And I'm not even talking about working women, which I am going to talk about on the back end of this video. But they're everywhere, yo. All the time. It's mind-blowing to me. It's mind-blowing to me because of where I am. So they use these women to push out this scopolamine. Scopolamine is a drug that, to make it simple, it messes with your nervous system. It breaks you down to a point where you're like a zombie. I think that's the easiest way I could say this. You're a zombie. You're conscious, but you're not conscious. Here's an example that could help you understand what scopolamine does. A chick could put scopolamine, which is like a powder, into your drink. You drink this drink, and within 2 minutes, she can have you do whatever it is that she wants you to do. 10 times out of 10, this is her opportunity to rob you. They can even go as far as to walk you to the ATM and you put in your code and withdraw money and give to them. It's crazy. You're conscious, but you're not conscious. You don't, I'm sure you understand what I mean. Now, can this drug kill you? This drug can kill you because a lot of times women or people, there's guys that are doing this too, but women are the easiest way for them to get this stuff out there. If they put too much in there, and a lot of times this does happen because, you know, you may be a bigger guy or something, like they don't know, they're not chemists. They don't know how much to put in there to give to you to do what it is that they want you to do. Now, so it can kill you, yes. That's on the lower end of things. It doesn't happen that often, but it can hospitalize you. I'm gonna try to put some video clips in here and stuff, or I'll put some links that will direct you to people that have gotten scoped so that you can see their stories. But it can kill you, or it could just knock you out, because once you finally finish doing whatever it is that they want you to do, you'll lay down, you'll go to sleep, and you will be gone for like the next 18 hours to, I've heard of people being knocked out for 2 to 3 days, which is insane. Now, prevention. How do you stop this from happening? Again, I will say that Cartagena is pretty safe. But again, what you do at night is on you. It hasn't happened to me. I don't want to say the word never because, you know, we here in America, we know that that's a bit of a jinx. So I don't want to say never, but it has not happened to me. I don't even think that I've gotten close. Ways to prevent it. 1, watch your drinks. Obviously, if you go somewhere, say you're in a club or you with a breezy or you with some people, if you don't know these people, and I mean these people didn't come with you and you've known them for years, if you don't know these people, you take your drink with you wherever you go. If you are in a club, you take your drink to the bathroom. If you leave your drink, this is so important, I don't care who you are with. If you leave your drink, that drink is done. Toss it or have somebody else drink it. Or if you still do want that drink, man, it's a brand new drink, I just needed to go to the bathroom right quick. The person you're with, have them take a drink of it first. And you have to watch it actually go down. It's that real out there. There have been plenty of times where I wasn't in like a club, I was in a lounge. And there was a couple of times where I would go to the bathroom. Hey, Chica, I said, not Chica, you know, girl I was with, and by girl, she was a regular girl I was with, hey, can you walk me to the bathroom? And it's like she had to keep going to the bathroom over and over. Now, she wasn't trying to drug me or anything, but she has to go to the bathroom a lot, and she would ask me to walk her to the bathroom. Sometimes silly me, left my drink there. I ain't touched that drink. I watched her drink it, but once I got up, that drink was no longer mine. That's something you have to be very serious about. Also, I would say if you are a bit of a lightweight when it comes to drinks, try not to drink out there. You'll be drinking water probably 80% of the time out there anyway. You'll drink water over juice out there because it is blazing hot all day, every day. But I will say limit your drinks to, again, if you're a lightweight, try to stick with beers, maybe have a drink and babysit that drink. If you can handle your drinks, still don't drink too much. You want to err on the caution of safety. Don't drink too much. You will be fine. Trust me, you don't have to get no buzz. You don't have to be feeling it. You don't have to be taking the bottle and turning it up just to have a good time. You let the women do that. You let them do their thing. You want to be in control. Trust me. Another way of handling your stuff when you're out there, you don't want anybody to drug you. Let's say you are with a woman, you have her in your room and she wants to cook for you. You watch everything she does. If she want to cook for you, you sitting right there watching. You let her know, hey, I already know what the deal is out here. It's nothing against you personally, but I got to watch what's going on, right? And they're not going to feel offended by it because they know what's going on out there too. So don't think that you're hurting their feelings. You're just letting them know that you are aware. And if they mess with you like that, then they know that your safety is paramount. They're going to take your safety very seriously. I was good. Okay, how to handle the beggars. Let me tell you this. There are beggars everywhere in Colombia. Well, in Cartagena. I've only been to Cartagena. I haven't been anywhere else in Colombia but Cartagena. Beggars are everywhere. And it's, when I say everywhere, when I say everywhere, I want you to consider that I am understating this. I'm not overstating this. Understating this. You can't walk 30 feet without someone begging for something. And I don't say begging in an American sense, like, hey man, let me get something. No, this is what, it's a third world country. This is what they do for a living because they don't have. So the begging for them is very, very common. It's just what they do. Don't be surprised when you see little kids, I'm talking 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, coming up to ask you for something. And then now they have this thing where it's like, oh, no. I don't want to ask you for money. I just want to ask you, can you come and buy me milk for my family? Can you just right here at the store, can you buy me this for, it's for I'm trying to help my family. And they'll be very sincere. And I'm guessing because I feel bad saying no, but I'm usually with someone. So I'll tell them, I'll ask them like, yo, what's the deal with that? They're like, oh no, they're just trying to get you to the store. And then they're trying to get a whole bunch of stuff off of you. So you do what you want to do. I'm just preparing you for what it is that you're going to see when you get out there, so you know how to handle it. It's okay to say no. So you just tell them no. A lot of people are going to follow you. Again, it might not feel safe, but you're fine. There's cops everywhere. If they start following you, asking you, hey yo, no, you got to be firm on your nose. I know that as gringos, we go out there and we're trying to be polite. We're not trying to ruffle any feathers. So we say no gracias. No gracias is dead. We don't care about your no gracias. It's no. You look them in the eye. No. Firm. No. No smile. No laugh. No nothing. No. They're going to ask you if you want to buy something. No. I mean, unless you do, and unless you want to help. And then once you want to help, other people are going to see you helping, and here they come. Here they come. And that's the part that sucks about you not being able to help someone. Now, if you have somebody that's from the native country, and you rocking with them, that's actually a pretty good tip. I'm gonna give you a tip. This is my tip that oh my goodness, this helps so much. I booked my whole second trip around this tip, which is if you got a local girl, somebody that you've been talking to, kicking it with, she's cool, everything, you vetted out her mindset and everything, you know that she's not someone that may be a part of something, or you feel like she may not be a part of something, because I've never 100% trust anybody that's from a country I'm not from. I'm gonna tell you that now. I don't care if I feel like I've vetted this 1000% and she's all the way, I don't trust you. I'm not from here. I don't speak your language. I don't trust you. I'm sorry. You could be the most angelic, beautiful, honest person there is, I'm sorry, but your country has a certain stigma to it, and I can't trust you. And that's going to hurt us. I'm sorry, I understand, I know, but just understand, I'm not from here. You are, I'm not. I would like to go back home when this is over. But you can use that person to show you around the city for free. You can use that person to negotiate prices for free. You can use that person to speak for you in situations for free. All of this stuff will help you. Trust me, it helps a lot. And when the beggars come around and you revert to her, and I'm saying her, not him for a reason, for the fellas, don't get you a tour guide, because they could be setting you up. I mean, the women can too, but like I said, this is someone that you've taken the time to get to know a bit. If you're with her just by proxy and you're letting her do all of the talking, like let's say it's a day out there where there's a soccer game going on, or the football as they call it, you'll know because everybody will have on their Colombia jerseys. I have a Colombia jersey in my thing over there, and you will know that it's a soccer game because everybody got their jerseys on. You'll notice that you don't have a jersey. Now, you want to get a jersey. How much is a jersey going to cost you? A jersey is going to cost you 60 to 80 US dollars. For a jersey you'll probably never wear outside of Colombia. However, how much will that jersey cost that Colombian girl? 15 American dollars. Now, let me say this up front. Don't speak to anybody in American dollars. In USD, you don't speak that out there. You only speak Colombian peso. You have to learn the Colombian peso system. It won't take long. You'll learn it within, I want to say, a few hours of being there. You'll start to see the pattern. You'll have a converter in your phone. Hopefully you download a converter and you just type in you type in a certain number and it'll tell you how much it is in American dollars. You'll get used to it, and after a while you won't even need the converter. You'll just know how much things are. But yeah, something that'll cost you $60 to $80, she can get it for 15. We call that gringo pricing. So you want to use someone like that to your advantage. Otherwise, you're going to get gringoed. But like I said, you're going to notice beggars everywhere. It's going to be at the clock tower. They're going to be at the Relo. They're going to be in Boca Grande. Not as much in Boca Grande, because that's more of like high rises, kind of a hotel-y type of spot right there. There's a mall right there. You don't really, at least in my experience, I didn't really see many beggars there. Restaurants are right there. I didn't really see any beggars there, as well as Getsetame, I think I'm saying that right, which is right next to Boca Grande. These are all within walking distance, by the way. These are just sections in the tourist area of Cartagena. Getsetame, I didn't see any beggars at all, but I only went through there at night for maybe an hour, just a quick little walk around. Didn't see any beggars, but probably just my luck. Maybe they're there other times of the day. Then you have El Guido, which is the beach area, Hollywood de Playa, where the beach is a whole different animal in itself. Trust me. There's beggars there. There's working women there. There's beggars there. If I didn't say beggars. If I didn't say beggars, just add 2 more beggars words on top of that, because they're there. And there's people trying to vendors. They're trying to sell you things. And when I say you will have no peace at the beach, you won't. You won't be able to go 3 minutes without somebody coming to ask you for something. Whether it's, let me see, do I have it here? Okay. Whether they're trying to sell you things like these. I got a few of them. I actually wanted, when I saw it, I was like, I'll help out one. It's like, okay, it'll be this amount for this, or if you buy 3, you can get it for 20 Colombian pesos. 20 Colombian pesos is about $5-6. No big deal. So I got the 3 because I was with another traveler. I was like, hey man, you want one? He was like, I'll get it for you. It's like, it's 3 of them. You want one? He's like, yeah, take all 3. So again, no big deal. But they'll be out there trying to sell you speakers so that you can play music. They'll try to sell you those. They'll try to sell you massages. Like, they don't even try to sell you massages. Someone usually walks up to you and just starts trying to massage you. Again, if you don't want to pay for that, no. How much is that massage going to cost? Probably about 30 to 40 US dollars. And I'm going to speak to you guys in US dollars. I could speak to you in Colombian pesos, but you're not going to understand it until you live it. Probably about $30 to $40, a massage on the beach, and they'll massage you for a good 30 minutes. they'll go to work. These are not the prettiest women that are coming to massage you. These are aunties coming to massage you. But from what I hear, they give a very good massage, and even though it's on the beach. So there's those walking by. There's people trying to sell you whatever under the sun. They could be selling you a hat. They could be selling you some water shoes to get into the beach. Anything. They could sell you I don't have it over here. It's over there somewhere. Then you can put your phone in with the plastic, the lanyard that you can put your phone in. So you go, bro, they will sell you anything. There's also people that are walking around with menus. You can buy drinks on the beach. You can buy food on the beach. And I'm talking about restaurant style food. The food is actually good. I believe that I had a seafood rice. Was it rice and beans or fried rice or yellow rice? Some seafood and rice dish. The person I was with, the traveler I was with, I think he had a red snapper. Man, you can get a whole meal on the beach for like $10. His red snapper meal with the rice and the platanos and all of that, it's like $15. Here in America, you're paying at least $30 for that. $15 right there on the beach, and it tastes great. There's also, so what I would say is, and you could get gringoed here too, but if you know your prices, you'll be fine. You could get an umbrella and chair on the beach, and you can get 2 of those for about, so 2 sets. You can get that for about $5 to $10 for as long as you stay on the beach. I've heard of people getting green and having to pay $50 for that. Another thing about out there is everything is negotiable. So they'll try to give you that American price. You're like, hey, Poppy, I already know the deal. I know what the price is. Look, give it to me for this. I'll give you $5 for your pocket. I know what the price is. Don't play with me, or I'll go to homie right over there and he's going to sell it to me for less, and I'll put you in competition. Sometimes you have to be a capitalist. We, from America, we've seen capitalism. You kind of got to use it out there. Sorry, that's how it is. So know your prices and don't get gringo. Also, don't accept the help of strangers out there that want to, oh man, you know, let me show you around. I could get you good prices, yada, yada, yada. Don't do it. They're secretly charging you sky high. Whatever it is that they're getting you to buy, they're getting money off of that on the back end, which is why they're going to. Don't do it. Just know what the prices are. You can look on YouTube to find whatever it is you're looking for, and people are telling you what the prices are so that you don't get gringo. There's also, so what I'll say is, you get your umbrella, you get your seat, you sit back, you relax, and you just watch the show, because there's just going to be women walking up and down and up and down. It's like they do rounds. It's like they just do like a train, like just a train all the way around the beach, all the way around. You'll see. If you miss it, don't worry. She'll be back. She's gonna come right back. Just keep coming around, and they will keep walking around and around and around until you say, "Hey, mommy, come here. What's your WhatsApp?" Or, "Hey, mommy, you know, take a seat next to me. Let's chat, whatever." Another thing, your translators and your phone. You are going to feel weird about using a translator for conversation. You'll get used to it within about 15 minutes. You'll see that they are very used to it. It's their norm out there, because a lot of us are travelers from, you know, be it from America or Europe or Asia or anywhere else, the Middle East. Everybody's out there. So they know to use those translator apps. You just have to get used to using it. And it's not something that's rocket science. You'll learn it pretty quickly. You can even use the camera on your translator app when you're in stores or when you're in restaurants. Use your camera so that you can use that to translate as well. But don't feel weirded out, you know, having a breezy with you and you're talking to her and you got to use a translator. Don't feel weird about it. So what are these chicks doing there? The ones that are just doing the train, right? What are they doing out there? They're working. They're trying to, and this is the same thing that they do at night at the Relo and at the clock tower. I haven't been at the Relo and the clock tower past, I think, 9, 10 o'clock. I hear that it turns up at like 12, 1 o'clock. I hear that it really gets crazy over there as far as with the women. I've heard that there's hundreds of women just doing it. I haven't seen it because I haven't been out there that late, but it's like a miniature version of that at the beach. It may be about 50 of them just walking around in circles, and their job is to try to catch your eye, get your attention, and hopefully get your service. That's what they're doing. Are there regular girls at the beach? Yes, there are regular girls at the beach, but since everybody is in bikinis, and I'm talking two-piece bikini. Oh, they are in two pieces. I gotta go back. I will say you won't be able to tell the difference between a working girl and a regular girl, even if she's just sitting down relaxing. You won't be able to tell. So talk to whoever, talk to everybody. If it's a working girl and that's not what you're looking for, that's not your speed, you dump that off to the side of the road. If it's a regular girl and that's what you're looking for, cool, you can talk to her. Now, let me say one more thing about gringo prices, and then I'm going to get into the regular girls versus the working girls. Am I? No, regular girls versus working is a little bit later. And this is a long ass video. I might have to chop this up. Prices. If you're in a restaurant, if you're in a supermarket, if you're in anything like that, you want to take pictures. Take pictures anywhere you see prices of something you want to buy, take a picture. This way you don't get gringoed. That way when you go to a cash register or when you're checking out at a restaurant, you have pictures of everything that you've ordered or everything that you're buying. You've already tallied it up. If it comes up differently than what they're trying to show you, hey, I got pictures. I got pictures. You have to be like that. It's for your own safety. It's for you to not get upcharged like crazy. You don't want to get gringo priced. Okay, so let me tell you about some excursions, some things that you can do in Colombia. First, I'm gonna say you can go on the Airbnb website and you can go to events. Go to events, put in your dates, and you can see all of the things that are available. Some of the things that are available that I could recommend, I have cooking classes, dance classes, paint and sips. These are things that you can do if you are with a girl. Also, the horse and carriage ride. I'll tell you this, cooking class you could do by yourself. Paint and sip, dance. You could do all three of those by yourself. You could do tour guide by yourself as well. It'll probably be more fun if you're with someone because you don't know if there's going to be other single people that are doing these things. But I'll say individually, cooking class, dancing class, paint and sips, tour. Let me leave tour guide out of this. Those three you can probably do for $35 to $40 each individually. So if you come with someone, it's going to be like $75. If you're by yourself, we're looking at $35 to $40 for each of these things if you're by yourself. A tour guide is going to be a little bit different. I don't know the price of that because I didn't get a tour guide, but you can get a tour guide that you can get through Airbnb. I believe that may be anywhere between 60 to 80 bucks, and they'll give you a tour. It could be for the whole day. It could be for 5 to 6 hours. You know, it's whatever it is that you find on the Airbnb website. You could also hire you could hire a tour guide that can take pictures of you. This is something that could probably be about, again, $80 to $100, $120. You know, they can show you all of the places, bring you to all of the dope spots that are for photogenic purposes. You can hire that. That right there is something that I would consider kind of pricey for what it is, especially if you could just get a chick and have her do it for you. Or if you are into the women that are offering services, you could say, hey, I'll give you X amount of money. You give me you give me a tour of some sections, some areas. You take the pictures for me, and then after that, we go back to the room and go crazy. You can pay for that too. That's, if you want to double down on her services. I just thought about that. Not saying I did it. I just thought about that just as I'm talking. So you can use them for more than just sex. There's also the mud pits. The mud volcano is it's a big volcano. It's a morning thing. You have to drive to it. It's a big volcano, and it's just full of this gray. It's the mud pits. You go in there, they cover you with it. It's really good for your skin. You're sitting there for a bit. You got somebody that can rub it in on you and all of that. For some reason, there seems to be men, just men in there. I don't think I've seen women in there that gives you the massage in the mud pits, but it's not my thing. As far as another guy massaging me, it's not for me. Afterward, they take you over to the lake and they wash you off, and there's a lady that massages you as she washes you off. Then you go back over to your place. I believe that right there is, if I remember correctly, 260 Colombian pesos, which is about 70 bucks. And I believe that that's for the two people. Another thing that you could do, there is different ways that you can do this. There's beach tours. It's about 5 different beaches, and there's a boat that will take you to each beach, or you can go to a beach, meaning just one, and be there for the whole day. These are boat rides. This can cost you, again, if you're by yourself, $45. You go there for the day. It comes with a drink. It comes with some food, and you chill. You are 100% going to want to bring a chick with you. Trust me on that. Especially if you go to something like Palmero or something like that, you're going to want to bring a chick. And that's going to run you about $80 to $90. Her food and drinks is taken into account as well. There's also Cholome. Cholome is their party island. Do you need to bring chicks to Cholome? Yes and no. I'll say no because, you may find some breezies there, but don't think about it as Playa Hollywood, where it's like, you could be sitting in this chick's walk. It's not like that. There are just people that are there having fun, but oftentimes there may be a lot of couples there or just groups of people. It might be, you could catch some strays. But yeah, it's a party island where there's a bunch of like teepees in the water and everybody got their boats, yachts and things like that out there. And it's just everybody partying in the water. Again, you can find something out there, but it'd probably be better if you bring somebody out there. And there are some beggars out there trying to offer you things as well. Not at the other beaches, but at Cholome, yeah, there's also the horse and carriage thing that you can do. That'll cost you about $50. You could do that if you got a lady with you. You can go bowling. There's a bowling alley. It's inside of a mall, which is right next to the castle. There's a castle tour that you could do. That'll be about 3 to 5 hours, where they give you the history of it. They give you the history of the city. They give you a tour of this castle. And this castle is huge. Huge. So it could take about 3 to 5 hours for that whole thing. So those are some of the things that you can do. Trust me, there's plenty more that you can do. You just got to do your due diligence and looking it up. But those are some things that you could do. If you're interested in any of it, look it up online, look it up on Airbnb, look it up on YouTube. Don't get there and then try to figure it out. Try to build an itinerary before you go. Now let's get to the women. But I'm going to be short on this, but I'm going to be short on this. But is the part that most people want to know about is the women, how do they work? So let me say this up front. If you don't speak Spanish, your chances of getting a regular girl are pretty low, very low. I want to say 10%. Now, you can source on Tinder or other dating apps while you're out there or before you go out there. You can source on there, but I'll say even on there, it's going to be kind of hard because, again, 90% of them are working girls. The 10% that are there, they understand that you are American coming to Colombia. They don't really get on Tinder looking for other Colombian men. They're trying to find something outside of the Colombian men because, that those women don't really want Colombian men. But those 10% also are not in an advantageous situation and they're looking for a way out, right? So could they like you? Sure, they could like you, but they're going to like what it is that you can provide for them, which once we break the cycle of American thinking, that's pretty normal and pretty much how it should be. They don't really put too much stock in how you look. They don't put too much stock in your age. They don't care about that. They just care about whether or not they like you, whether or not you like them, and whether or not you can provide. If you can't and they are really feeling you, then they're going to go with the flow. They're just going to go with the flow. Your chances of finding that is probably about 2 to 3%. I found that. But again, I don't trust anyone whose language I can't speak. So I'm always going to think that there's an ulterior motive, even if, because a lot of these chicks, if they might not show it to you up front, there is a long game and they know how to play it. They also know how to play on what Americans desire, which is what it is that we're not getting here in America. And I'll talk about that in a whole different video. But they know how to play on that. Again, whether or not they're being genuine about it, who knows, right? But they are raised that way. So things that we want, they're raised to be that way naturally. It's in their culture to be that way, extremely feminine. And it'll get you, and it'll get you quick. So, and right now, again, I'm talking about the regular girls. But again, with you not speaking the language, you're not going to really find them in tourist areas. You're going to find them in the barrios, which is the neighborhood parts of Cartagena, and those barrios are dangerous. You don't go there. Chick I was talking to one night, she sent me a video. Late, it says like 2 a.m. She sends me a video, and I can't show it, but it's a dude on the street, dead, shot in the fucking head. And she shows me a video of that. Bro, you just gonna show me a video of that? Just out of nowhere? No warning, no randomly? That's regular to them. Just somebody just outside, dead, blood everywhere. Stay away from the barrios. You don't know nobody there. Don't go there. They'll come to you. You gotta pay the Uber. They'll come to you. The only way to get somebody from the barrios is you set your pin on Tinder in Colombia in the barrios, and you'll get them that way. But again, the chances are slimmer than that chicken Calvin Klein chances. So you can get them. There's other ways you can get them too. Grocery stores, in the mall, even in the tourist areas. You can get them in the tourist areas. If they work at these places, restaurants, you can get them. I'll say some of the women that work in the more higher end restaurants, they live in safer barrios. Because they're actually able to make money. So, but the ones that are, I don't have a job, a lot of them don't have a job. It's hard to get a job out there. It's hard for them to make money out there. And I'm not talking about some, you just got to try a little harder. I'm talking about like, they just can't. It's just not available to them, especially if they don't speak any English. It's not available to them. Even the lowest of low jobs can't get it. They can't get it. But I will say that the ones that are working in the tourist areas at the higher end restaurants or at the higher end places, they do live in barrios, but they live in safer barrios. Still, you don't go there, but those are better women, and you do have chances with them. But you're gonna have to start working on your Spanish. Even if it's just, 3 or 4 word sentences, you gotta know something. If they see you trying and they see that you're trying to learn a language, they'll rock with you. But in order to have like a real connectivity, you gotta know the language. If you don't have the real connectivity, you gotta have a thing about you. You gotta have an aura, a presence. You gotta have charisma. You gotta look good. And then, then they'll rock with you. If you don't have those things going for you, your chances with the regular woman is gonna be pretty low. Working women, and I'm gonna keep this short. All around the beach, all day, every day. Well, not all day, every day. From about 10 in the morning till the time that they shut down, which is when the sun starts coming down around like 4 or 5. Once that time comes around, the cops start getting you up out of there. But around that time, between those times, you could get a working woman from right there. You talk to her about whatever the price is. Do not talk to her in American dollars, and do not go anywhere near 100, or don't try to push over $100, because people of Colombia, from what I hear, they don't pay prices like that. And you gringo, y'all go out there, y'all see a beautiful woman, you'd be like, oh my God, I would give her the world. Hey, $400. You're messing it up for the other travelers. The traveler that I was with, we're on the beach, seeing the chicas. He's like, oh my, I'll give her 500 for 3 hours. I'm like, why? Now, don't get me wrong. They're bad. They are gorgeous. But you don't have to give them that much money, my guy. You don't have to. You don't. Might sound like a foreign concept because you probably never left the States, or, you know how much it is to go on a date with somebody like that. When you're here in America, out there, it's a different world. Take everything you know about America. When you go to another country, take everything you know about America and leave it there. When you go somewhere else, you go with a blank canvas. You're learning. You're getting intel. You're taking everything in. Part of the reason I know about this stuff, and I'm not just talking about the working women, I'm talking about everything that I'm talking about in this video. The reason why I know a lot of this stuff is because I've been out there a couple of times, and also because I watched content for about 2 years on travel, on places to go, then zeroing in on Colombia, and then where I wanted to go in Colombia. I've watched content, taken notes, talked to people, talked to travelers, talked to YouTubers. I did it for 2 years. And this is why I'm able to give you guys a lot of the information that I'm giving you, is because I learned through them. Again, I'm not going to talk to you about the prices of the women. I'm just going to say, don't go over 100. I don't give a damn. They're going to try to tell you 100, 120, 150 USD. Like I said, everything is a gringo price. You can tell them, look, I'll give you 300 mil pesos right now. We go right now. And they're going to go. How much is 300 mil pesos? About $65, $66. If they say you 100 USD, be like, oh, 300 pesos? Yeah, 300,000. They don't know. They just throw that number there because if you put that number in the converter and you come up with the number and you give to them, they just got over on. They're not sitting there with a converter. They don't care. If you say, hey, they give you a price and you say, oh, okay, this much, you only speak in Colombian pesos. Okay, this much? Yeah, okay. And they agree to it, boom, there you go. You're good to go. Don't, and I'm not saying this because this is how it works. I'm saying this to say, do not talk in USD. Don't. That's the mindset of how you want to structure it. If they say something in USD, you counter in pesos, they're not converting it. They don't know the conversion rates. They don't know how much it's going to cost. You are going to learn conversion rates in your mind within the first few hours, and you'll be able to start negotiating that way. And you give them the price that you want. Not what they want, you want. I'm not just talking about the women. I'm talking about everything that you negotiate or everything that you talk about money about. It could even be a cab driver. By the way, about cab drivers and taxis, Uber everywhere. Uber everywhere. There is another app that they have out there. You know what? I'm not even going to talk about it because I don't remember the name of it or how it works. The girl I was with, she was using it, and she was able to negotiate prices on there. It's an app where you can negotiate prices and they'll take you wherever you got to go. But everything is negotiable outside of like restaurants and establishments, but everything on the streets and mom and pop shops is negotiable. Just keep that in mind. And also, I'll say this, nightclubs, massage parlors, massage girls, you'll see massage girls everywhere in the Raylo and in the clock tower. You'll see them everywhere. They'll be dressed in these kind of like tarps. They're color coded. Those are massage girls. They offer massage. They offer happy ending. From what I hear, they don't offer sex. Even if they say, hey, it'll cost 200,000 Colombian pesos for the massage if we do it at the job, or 260 if I come to your place. Don't think they're going to come to your place for sex. Again, this is just me being in travel groups as well, because I seen a fine chick that I was gonna, get the massage from. Like, you know what, I'll have her come back to my place. Then I brought it up in the travel group. I'm like, hey, what's the deal with the massage girls? Like, if they come to your place, hey, don't expect anything more. Oh, okay, gotcha, cool. Left it alone. So again, if you want a massage, just get it there. If you're not gonna do anything extra, just do it there. Just get your massage there. $40, you'd be all right. $40 for an hour. They try to get you to do it, they say forehand experience, which means they'll bring in another girl. They'll try to do that so that they could get that 90 out of you, that 90 to 100 out of you, where they can get 2-girl massage. And this is, the travel I was with, the first day he got there, it was the first thing he did. So he told me about this whole experience, and they happy ended them up, and it cost them about $150. Now, to you, they'd be like, damn, man, 2 girls, 4 hands on your meat. That's a finesse. That's a finesse, bro. That's a finesse, trust me. Why did I bring that up? Well, I feel like I was talking about stuff. And I lost it. Why did I bring up the massage girls? Oh my God, what was I talking about? It escaped me. And I'm going to end up watching this video and kicking myself in the ass about things that I didn't mention, that I do want to mention. And I'm going to probably make another video about this a little later. But if you found this helpful, if you found this informational to you, if it provided any value to you, just drop a like on the video, drop a comment in the comment section below. Give me your thoughts. Let me know if traveling is something you want to do. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know about other places that you would want to go to, and just whatever's on your mind about travel or anything that I've said in this video, please let me know about it. Man, listen, I got to get up out of here. This went way longer than I intended for it to go because I need to go to